Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
So I'm looking at a text message from my daughter, Elizabeth. 2:30 a.m. She returned to Virginia. Way to make the drive, Elizabeth.
She drove.
Travel weekend. Yes, that was 2:30 a.m. Wow. Yeah, great Thanksgiving weekend. This is the Mike O'Mara Show post Thanksgiving. I hope your weekend festivities were festive on Thanks Festivus.
Festivus.
I hope you enjoyed yourself. I had a great one. We'll get to our Thanksgivings. We will get to everything. Sorry we had a little late start today. Show will be posted a little bit later. We have one of those spirited pre-show meetings that are always so much fun. Listen, I want to tell you about something I discovered on the Thanksgiving holiday. This is something I do discover things online because I don't know whether it's AI, I don't know whether it's data collection, I don't know what it is, but I believe that the internet has figured out that Mike O'Mara is a weird guy. And there might be something that I think the computer brain, if there's a giant computer brain, says to itself, hey, Mike might like this. Let's send him these. And okay. I am here to tell you that this discussion might be insightful, enlightening to you, because I mentioned it to a buddy of mine over the weekend, and he said he knew what it was because he's seen the videos too. So I don't know if they're targeting older citizens or not, but all of us at one time or another on this show, and I'm talking about Oscar and Rob and me, we have all sought out chiropractic help for various back issues that we've had. Yes. Some of us more than others, but I think, all of us have had significant time in a chiropractor's office. So I don't know when this started popping out. I'm going to say a month and a half ago, these videos started creeping into my feed, along with the slot machine play, golf tips, and watch polishing. Sorry, I'm a weird person.
That's
you know that. And if you really want to know what kind of person you are, take a look at your YouTube feed. If you're a regular surfer, it'll tell you who you are.
They have totally figured you out, though. That's pretty accurate.
They figured me out because I go back and I go back. And the more you go back, the more they give. And the more they give, the more you go back. It's a vicious circle. And the material, the content that this gentleman, and I don't even know his name. I know he's bald and he has a big, long beard, and he's a chiropractor. And the customers he has, it just seems like a limitless supply. Let me explain what I'm talking about. There is a chiropractor that videotapes with multiple cameras and multiple microphone locations his chiropractic adjustments. Mm-hmm. And the chiropractic adjustments to almost exclusively, I don't want to say exclusively, but I will say almost exclusively, the chiropractic adjustments are done on young, very, very attractive women. And the very attractive women are usually found clad in very tight, skin-tight activewear, the kind that my wife hawks online. Or sells, I should say. Sorry about that. And I'm like, wow, this will be interesting to see this. And then you throw in, and this is where the ASMR comes into play. You throw in the sound that is made of a good adjustment. Most people who have been adjusted by a chiropractor will tell you that those adjustments, it's an amazingly satisfying sound when he gets the real deep crack in your back. We like that. Maybe that has something to do with why I like it. But I have to share with you, he has a few shorts. I would recommend really the long videos. If I can tell you what the long videos are, the long videos consist of him, and they can be 10 minutes, of him speaking with a young lady. She might be in a different outfit.
No, he's like hitting on them. I know exactly who you're talking about.
I don't know if he's hitting on them.
This Dreamboat in Beverly Hills. I've seen him.
Let's go to the video short, Mac, the first one, and maybe you can see what I'm talking about.
All right.
Great. Oh, my.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my
Different guy. Jesus.
Oh,
I stand corrected.
gosh.
These girls are half naked.
Oh. No.
Letting it all go.
Oh, no. This-
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
See that mic he's got down there, Rob?
Yeah.
Just that. You're doing great.
Oh my.
Second side is the same thing. We just follow the breath.
Oh
There it
my
is.
gosh, that was so fast. Oh
is.
my god.
There she is.
Doing great.
And he whistles, too.
Oh.
I don't trust a chiropractor in suspenders.
Oh my.
Rob, I don't
This
think
is-
trust has anything to do with it. I think these videos are very entertaining.
This is a different doctor. I've
Yeah.
never seen this guy. This guy looks like he's in a strip mall in Manassas.
Yeah, he does.
It's all over my feed, though. It is all
I gotta
over
find
my
this
feed.
guy.
Did,
There's
now, did
something
you
about-
say, did you find the dictionary definition of ASMR?
Yeah,
Did
I
you
don't-
find that?
Yeah, I found it. I don't think this is ASMR, Mike.
I don't either.
I think this is like a kink of some sorts. We're
Some of
discovering.
his videos say ASMR, though.
Oh, that's how he's getting away with it.
Audio, is it audio sensory, the first? The
It
AS?
is autonomous sensory meridian response.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that when you hear the chiropractic adjustment, that will give you a positive
It's
response.
a tingling sensation that usually begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck to the upper spine.
Oh.
A pleasant form of paresthesia. It's been compared to auditory tactile synesthesia.
It's a lot of stuff there. A lot
So,
of stuff
but I
to,
always thought
digest.
ASMR to me, the audio ASMR is normally like people crackling paper or
Nails on a chalkboard, maybe.
No, it's more soothing
No.
than that, I think.
Yeah.
As a
Soothing.
matter of
All right,
fact,
pleasant.
there's a guy that's all over my TikTok or Instagram feed, and his name is Nomadically Ryan, and he lives in his car. And right now he's on a 1-month cruise because it was cheaper to take a 1-month cruise than to get lodging. So he's talking about all his hacks and stuff, but that's beside the point. He mics his voice very, very close.
The whispering.
Yeah, but but the fidelity is strong, and it's a loud capture of a quiet voice. And he often says, "Thank you for all the comments that my voice is soothing." Like
This is what I do in my
ASMR.
kid's ear. This is what I do
Okay.
in my kid's ear, and it drives him insane. But I'll do
Okay.
this. Would you like a piece of chocolate cake? See what I mean?
Oh,
I didn't
salad
think I could
fingers
get that
is
effect
different
on
than
that
ASMR. Salad
Yeah.
fingers is more like. All right. First of all, it's a cult following, and I miss them. Yes.
Stop it.
Hey, Mac, pull up a true ASMR video. This pervert in Manassas, wherever he is.
Can you get?
or
Hey,
Fort
before you do that,
Myers.
can you just play one more of the shorts for these guys?
Sure. Give me a second.
I think one of the key things in ASMR is that people find it
it's
oddly
back.
satisfying.
Sorry to distract you there, Rob.
That's so fine.
This guy's
Oh.
using tools.
I feel really good.
Yeah.
And they all look like that.
Yeah, this is a different. I've never seen this doctor before,
No.
and I'm sure he's reputable. This is all alleged, but he
I
definitely
look.
looks
You
like
can't
he's.
see these adjustments and
in a
not
strip
think
mall.
he's reputable because he. But my question is,
He kind of looks like the guy from Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, Sean Greenwood.
where? One more, Mac. One more. Where does he get these women? By the way, it took me 5 minutes to get these together. They're all like this. All of these different videos.
Well, he goes on Craigslist and puts
Yeah.
out an ad for models.
does he really?
And then he puts
I'm
free
sure
back
he
adjustment.
does. Yes. Because
That's
I
that
mean, here
easy.
we are. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
Free back adjustment, no
He's
insurance.
working their feet right now.
You know,
guerrilla. This is guerrilla marketing at its best.
who wouldn't keep going back?
There she is.
I'd go back to him for free.
Yeah.
I go hang out in his waiting room for an afternoon.
Be his receptionist.
Yep.
Mike, when we were going to the chiropractor, I can't
Excuse me,
remember.
Rob, just a sec.
Yes, of course.
Oh yeah, there he is. That's the ring dinger. That he
Yes,
just did,
yes,
right?
yes. We've discussed that.
Fantastic.
That's the ring dinger.
He looks like he's got a pump next to him.
Yeah.
That one.
That's the stabilizes the spine. That squeezes the spine. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Still tender.
Still tender.
Is it awesome?
What's wrong with me? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
There you go.
You've
When
got
we
high
were going
tea,
to the
that's for sure.
chiropractor, Mike, did we dress like
God bless
that? I
you.
don't remember.
No.
No, not active wear.
Remember the worst cold I ever got? I had a cold over the weekend too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I will say the lady that was the cold, and she didn't look anything like that. So you really think he goes to Craigslist and gets models?
Somewhere.
I
like
think
that,
it's so much easier for regular guys and perverts. We all see a bunch of pretty women. We're like, where do they go? I think you all forget what it's probably like to be 22 and be broke, and then see an ad for hey, for odd jobs. I need help doing this, right?
Yeah.
And that was in a world of like AOL.com, and you had to go to Yahoo and old like creepy Craigslist. Now on Facebook Marketplace, there are jobs. There's like so many places just to reach out to people. Be like,
Yeah.
would you like a free? I'm just guessing here. This is all alleged.
But
if you wanted,
yeah.
if you wanted to break off like $100 each of these, what is it? Chiropractic medical models, quote unquote.
Oh, CMMs?
Yeah, and then he just like puts an ad out, and then you get your pick of the litter.
I'm thinking maybe he goes to he's in an area where there are a number of gentlemen's clubs.
No,
because some of them are heavily tattooed. These ladies that come in.
That doesn't mean
That
they're
doesn't mean a thing.
dancers.
Well, I'm just guessing. I don't know. It's strange to me.
He should
I don't know.
probably
That's
go.
such a different way of looking at
He
the
should
world.
probably
Probably
go
would
to
think.
go to Twin Peaks because they're good-looking women,
And
but they have to
he's
carry
mentioned
heavy
servers. Gym. He goes to because a lot of them are workout rats.
Sure.
They say that they work out.
Come
all
by
the time.
for an adjustment. Got to
Yeah.
put you on TikTok though.
Oh my God!
Thing. Can you sign here, and here? Yeah,
But
there's-
if you
there's an
recall,
ad, yeah.
there's it's just a different economy out there, especially with OnlyFans. Like, you can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. This is true. But
If you're a pretty girl and you're in your, let's say, 20 to 50s,
I'm listening.
and you have a direct line to even guys for that matter. I don't know why I'm
Right.
segmenting by sex. You have a direct line to your customers for anything.
this is true.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to reach out to the guy.
You
I'm
should
going to reach
book
out to
'em.
him, and
Be like-
I'm sure. By the way, I'm sure
Ask him to do a
disc jockeys
master
have done
class.
this. I'd like to know. I'd like to hear about the ring dinger and where that came into that. And that's the one where they pull the whole thing.
towel.
I'll do it, and I'll be respectful. I'd be curious to know where he got these because when he talks to them, there are legitimate discussions about their neck pain, back pain, working on their feet all the time.
So much neck pain.
So much neck pain. Yeah, how's
Mike,
that?
you had a rack of
Nice.
at the TMOS, the Mike O'Mara show, first couple years. So they're Buzz Babes, right?
Yeah,
May Buzz Burbank rest in peace.
right.
And
He's not passed. He's very much alive, I guess.
I can't confirm or deny.
Okay.
Though, moving on.
Yes.
For me, it was more like, okay, like this is a great job for something that's like, coming out of college or in college as a promotional model. But you look back at that and you're like, oh my God, they only got paid like $25 an hour back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true. You
Right?
never know.
And they got paid for a 2-hour promotion, just like any other DJ, and you stayed for 7.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do that math.
Did
Well-
any of them need adjustments? I can't remember.
But I'm just like, that was for a fun radio gig, right?
Didn't we have one that was just the turbo hottie of all of them, right? And
Yeah.
she was a handful.
Yes,
Right?
she was.
She
She
was a
ruined an
handful.
interview with Richard Lewis.
Richard Lewis.
Oh,
I
that's
remember
right.
that.
She tanked an interview with Richard Lewis.
Every time I watch Curbed, I sit there and I'm like, oh no, that one time on Mike's show.
She had a
I
fight with
remember
Richard
this.
Lewis, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And she was an instigator. So I remember what it was exactly.
Okay. God,
You were
great
like 2
memory.
questions in,
Yeah.
and I can't remember the name of this lady, but I can picture
I don't
her.
remember her name either.
But she said, well, what about me? Because you were focusing on the guest, and she was tired of not being
She was
paid
bored
attention
because
to.
it wasn't about her. She
It
was a
wasn't about
narcissist.
her. Right, yeah.
Right.
So it's just-
And she didn't realize who Richard Lewis
She
was.
did not.
no, not at all.
She had no
how,
idea.
how famous he was.
Didn't
What
or
know.
what
about
he'd done.
me?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about me?
Yeah.
Oh, my. Those were the days, my friend.
I
A long
remember
time
Beth
ago.
Ann running out, and I'm like, oh, no, what happened? Because we were just in the back just listening
Did
to the
Richard
show.
Lewis, like, walk off or something like that? Or
The interview
No.
was, I think we
No,
saved
he
it.
stayed. She
Yeah.
stormed off.
Did she storm out or did we get her out?
I think we
I
got
was
her
being
out.
polite about it.
Yeah. I think we got her out of there.
Eject.
Post haste.
But
Yes.
it was probably Beth Ann's favorite segment of all time.
Yeah,
Because
see,
of
Rob
all the
thinks Beth
anger.
Ann loved the chaos. She did. She did to a degree.
She did.
She
She
loved
really
the
did.
chaos.
Yeah.
But it was an
I
interesting.
remember
time.
there was a line that said, "How come you guys aren't talking to me?" or something, and I sat there and I just was cringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Excuse
about
me?
me?
Oh, because we have Richard Lewis here.
Richard
Thank you.
Lewis is in. This is not a phone call. In studio, sitting
Yeah.
across
Yeah.
Studio.
from the console from the guys.
But if you check him out, it's I think it's called the Chiropractor, maybe, but I don't know what the
What's the
Mac,
name,
Does it
Mac?
say the identifier on those? What the
Yeah,
guy's
it's
name? is?
Chiropractic Medicine 47.
Do you have one
Say-
more, or was that it? Was that the last one?
Already,
Well, I had the ASMR one if you want to see that.
please.
Yeah, let's see
this
the
is true
ASMR.
ASMR. Let me give you this. What you have is a kink mic. We all have it.
Okay.
This is ASMR.
So this is a guy cutting up soap.
Why is it cubing? Why is it crystallizing like that?
They pre-cut it.
Oh, like an onion.
Or Mac.
This is just the auditory. This is great audio day. We always
Yes.
say great video. He's
It is
cutting
oddly satisfying.
soap that has cut marks in it already, and it's making little cubes.
It is soothing.
What a waste of soap.
That's your
What a
takeaway?
waste of soap. God. Well, I use Carla's Beauty Bar, or Repair Bar, I should say. So, by the way, I need another one. Well, that's interesting. Now listen. Sorry about that, but it was top of mind coming in here after Thanksgiving.
No, don't be. I thought there's just another gentleman that's better looking and more, not even swarthy. That guy was swarthy. This guy was
Do you mean swarthy?
swarthy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This other guy looks like a boy band member, and he's so nonchalant about how attractive his Beverly Hills clients are that, and I know because he's in Beverly Hills. It shows like where he is,
Right.
and I'm like, man, like this guy's just like he's got to be dating all of these clients, like, and they really seem like clients. These other girls, Mike, they seem like, he found them on
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace.
They seem like partners in the biz.
So many
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
I'll reach out. I'll reach out down there.
But do you find it oddly satisfying?
the
All
soap
of
or
what we've just
the-
had. Everything.
the soap is not. I didn't tear myself away from it, but but the chiropractic, I haven't gotten in trouble yet, but I know I'm going to get in trouble eventually because I'm watching it all the time. I'll be sitting next to Carla and she's doing her work as she always does, and I'll be uselessly fumbling away at my computer watching this stuff, and I am unable to not click on it.
All you got to do is, Mike, say this. My back has never felt better.
My back has
It's also-
never felt better.
It's probably hard to tell. Like, it would be hard for me to explain to Shannon why I'm watching all these chiropractic videos.
Makes me want to
explain-
get an adjustment.
It's
Makes me
for
wanna
the
go.
show.
Yeah.
I actually, between the first guy I watched, which was just the ring dinger, where they
Yeah.
put a
Yeah.
towel around your neck and they pull your whole spine, that I actually am motivated to try out. Because even though I've been pain-free for a good chunk of time, I still have degenerative discs down there.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see. But I also worry that they would do that. You see the ones that are online where it's like, oh, my gosh, it went
Changed
right
my
down to
life.
my toe. And you see the one, you don't see the person where the guy's going out on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like bad adjustment.
I
Sorry.
can't feel my right side.
I've been to 3 or 4 chiropractors in my life, and the clientele never looks like that. It seems to be more heavy guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No,
the
I see a
people that you-
variety of people when I used to go to the chiropractor. A wide variety of people. All
Well,
the
I went to
time.
the big and large chiropractor. And they had to reinforce the
Melons.
table. Yeah.
Chiropractor.
Thornton
one-
Melons.
the one I remember was the lady, because it is you have to be either a large person or
Yes.
you have to be incredibly strong to manipulate the spine the way these people do,
Yes.
especially if you get a muscular person that comes in there. And there was a lady that was subbing for my regular chiropractor, and I
remember
walked in,
this, yeah.
and she looked like who's the lady on Airplane? Who's the
Julie Haggerty.
She looked like Julie Haggerty.
Yeah.
I'm ready for your appointment now. And I walk in, and she bounced off of me trying to do. I said, "Was that the adjustment?" I said, "You can't do this successfully." Oh, I suppose you're right. No, it was terrible. You know,
Yeah,
you need a
brutal guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on. I hope everybody's Thanksgiving was wonderful. Mine was one of the best I've ever had. Absolutely one of the best I have ever had. Just woke up in the morning feeling fantastic. My daughter and her boyfriend got into town, and I've been saying that for multiple years now. By the way, I put the pressure on a little bit.
Okay, they arrived Thursday morning?
They arrived Wednesday evening.
Okay, better.
They got in right after I got home. They got home. It was great.
Okay.
It was perfect timing. We had a very chill Wednesday night. Had a great Thanksgiving. Elizabeth does a lot of work in the kitchen. I made my sides, which are the cranberry sauce and the gravy. I almost made perfect gravy. A little more work than I anticipated.
What was the weak link?
I made too much roux. So I put too much butter in the pan, and so the roux was just, I was kept adding flour.
Should be equal parts.
It should be equal parts, yeah. I could have
What's
gone
roux?
half. Roux is when you take butter and you melt it in a pan, and then you pour in equal amounts of flour, and you stir it, and you literally cook the flour in the butter, and it makes a thick paste. And then the thick paste goes into like stock or
It's a thickening
drippings
agent,
or
yeah.
water, and it thickens that
sounds
into
amazing,
a beautiful gravy.
Jeez.
And it's real easy to do.
This is what I use for creamed onions. It's the same process.
What kind of what do you add the roux to for the creamed onions?
heavy cream and milk, equal parts.
That's it.
Yeah, and then
How do you flavor the roux?
little salt, little pepper,
That's it.
and I use cayenne as well because I like to have something with a little bite.
Little kick.
Yeah, little kick. But the thing about a roux, Oscar, is it's very, very tempting to go fast because you're just thinking melted butter and flour.
Mm-hmm.
It has to cook. It has to cover every granule of flour.
It takes a long time.
It takes forever, and it's going to taste. If you don't, it's going to taste like flour. But
Yeah.
if you go too long,
It's going to taste like burnt flour.
yeah, and then you got to
Oh.
start all over again. The roux will break, is what they say.
How long? 3 hours?
It
2
was
hours?
15, 20 minutes of me stirring. So it's
Constant
not
stirring,
crazy
yeah.
long, but it
Oh.
took a long time. And then what did I do? I did something where when I poured it in, it was too hot and it bubbled up the roux a little bit. I know.
Oh, the drippings?
It was fine.
Yeah.
And so
Creamy.
the boyfriend, Connor, and I on Friday, we go out to play golf. He's brought his clubs down. I wasn't planning on it, but no, it was Saturday. We went out and we
You've
we
golfed
played
with
golf.
him before, I believe.
I have, and
Yeah.
he's gotten a lot better, and it was a blast because he's strong and he hits it a mile, and he played well, and I think he had a blast, and I had a blast, and I think for probably the third time, I introduced him as my future son-in-law, but I'm not really sure yet. He made mention of looking for something. I'm not going to say anything more, but it sounds like maybe
Did he say anything about Jared?
Yeah, but it was the
I
guy
didn't want
from
to take
Subway.
him down there. I'm not having anything to do with that. But the golf thing is like I can hang with the guy and play, and that's
Yeah.
that's a real win for me. It was
You got a guy who
time.
loves golf,
Loves
sports,
golf.
and
Yes.
white.
Yep.
It's great.
Do you feel
It's number one criteria. I said make sure he's white.
Now, do you feel that he really meant it, or
How dare
did
you.
he and your daughter get together on the ride down and say,
No.
mention this?
Because
Hey,
I'm
mention
not that
Zales.
over the top. This was the first time, and only when I go out to Happy Valley and I'm introducing him to people do I feel like that, because it's like, it's my grandson, and I'm getting to that age where I don't need a grandchild, but I'm at the age where it would be nice to have. This is my
Boyfriend.
Well,
It just
you want your
conveys
family to be settled.
It conveys stability.
Yes,
it does.
It conveys, life being wonder. It conveys everything I'm not really, which is stable and moving forward with life. And
It shows. It shows like your. Oh, you know what? It's your legacy.
my legacy. And he got promoted. which is
Hey.
even better. There's nothing a parent or a future father-in-law want to hear when he sits down. I got promoted because I knew he was working on this when he was back up in Maine when we saw him the last time, and it was nice and stable. She's getting a certification. I don't think it's a full master's, but she's getting certified, so she's going to do. You just want your kids to do better. You want your kids always
You want
to
to
do
make
better.
sure they're okay.
That's what it was. And then our neighbors, the Beckers, you met them
Yes.
in New Orleans when they came
Very
to the
sweet.
show. They came down, and she brought Screwball peanut butter flavored whiskey, which was just ducky. And I gained 3 pounds on Thanksgiving. The next day I was up 3 pounds, and this morning I was flat. Thank
you fully
modern
indulge?
medicine. I fully indulge, but
That's pretty
you
good.
can't fully when you're doing what I'm doing, you can't indulge to the point of shoving it in your mouth without any thought, because your stomach's going to tell you no, stop it. That's quite enough. And I found that out on, I think it was Saturday night, when Carla made me one last plate of what I would call a carb bomb, which
Yes.
is stuffing with gravy on it. And I thought I was going to throw up after I ate
When did you have your
one
shot?
quarter of a bowl of it.
When did you have your shot this week?
Tuesday.
Okay, so it was pretty much in full effect on Thanksgiving Day.
Did you have your shot?
Oh, he's doing the math. It makes complete sense.
When did you have your shot this week? That's funny. But man, I was flying this morning.
Yeah.
When I saw that it was 3 pounds, that I'd killed it all on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Man, I felt good about that. And it was a good thing. And for my New England fans, I told you I had a good week. For the New England fans out there, hey, sorry about that missed field goal there. There you go. 4 wins from the worst team in football. Yay!
You got to root for your quarterback, though.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
the everyman.
Tommy DeVito, who, hey,
quarterback.
Giants fans, I know you're excited, but if you're really thinking that Tommy D is the future, even though he's a Jersey boy, and his big thing now is that's his sign.
Yes.
They all do
Yeah.
this. Hey!
Hey, I won't be here next season.
I'm rooting for him, Mike. They say if he wins one more game this season, they're giving him parking.
Giving him parking, and as they show shots of his parents, Tommy
I
DeVito.
love his family. You
And his
can't hate
family
on his
is
family. His family,
pure
they're
Jersey.
great.
Like
Yeah.
Jersey from the 1980s
Yes.
Jersey.
Yeah, it's what I picture and what I've seen of like Dan O'Brien's family.
Yes.
Like, completely,
Yes.
they're in.
What was that picture of
Hi, Debbie.
Of Debbie Carano O'Brien?
She's
when
wearing her
she's
hair
gonna
down
ta-
now.
Is that what she's
I
going to
thought
try
she was
something
gonna.
new?
I thought she was gonna dye her hair.
Yeah, I thought
No,
she was thinking about dying. She had a picture that said, "I'm going to try something new." That means
Yeah.
that's the
I
new
think
thing
it
she
was
trying?
because she doesn't normally wear her hair down, but then I mostly see her
How
in
do
the
you
bakery.
know these
You
things? How
creep.
do you know these
How?
things?
That's
I mostly
really
see her in the
awkward.
bakery when she has her hair back. But I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, but it's like you're in a love affair with her. My wife usually doesn't wear her hair down.
no. I saw the picture and I said, I think it's that she's
I
wearing
think
her hair down.
the comment said that she was gonna dye her hair.
Okay, then I
Yes.
stand corrected. I'm going to do the same.
I usually see her topless, so.
Oh
her hair is-
no!
Stop it now,
That.
who's
Behave
gross.
yourself.
Hi, Dan. Sorry, that's your
That's
mom.
going to make Dob unhappy. Mm-hmm. Dan O'Brien.
I think
I hate Dob.
Don't
Don't
and
make
can
that
I just say about
Dan
one
O'Brien is
last
his
thing
God-given name.
about my kids, and then we'll move
Daniel.
Yes.
Yes.
My daughter not only cooked the turkey, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
And she took a turkey that was more expensive than your average butterball that I got at Fresh Market, and
Like
I
an
paid
organic deal?
I probably paid like more than I should. It was an organic fresh
Yeah.
turkey,
Nice.
and it was worth it. It was
Makes a
so
difference.
good. It does it. Why does it make a difference?
I think because Butterball
Psychologically.
No, I don't think it's that. I think the meat.
more expensive.
Oh,
I think it's less chemically altered because Butterball injects goo into every turkey.
my Popeyes turkey was fantastic.
Did you do the Popeyes turkey?
Yes.
My cousin did the Popeyes turkey and they loved it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Popeye,
The best turkey I've ever had.
really?
And my mom, she prides herself on cooking, but let me tell you, she's
How many
lost a step when
pounds?
she got older.
What's the
I
largest
convinced
you
her to
can get? What's obviously you got the big one. What's the largest you can get?
75 pounds.
No. What's I didn't feel it didn't feel like I guess to feed what? Feed 8 people? What do you think it's substantial enough?
12
to do that?
pounds, maybe. 12
Yeah.
pounds?
Yeah, nothing
13
crazy.
pounds?
Yeah, well,
Nothing
you're
crazy.
supposed to figure a pound of meat per person.
Yeah.
Even though
So-
it's not going to be a pound of meat. That's what you
When you
figure.
cut into it, I mean, when you pull it, when they give it to when you
It's
open
frozen.
the bag.
It's frozen.
Oh, it's
first.
frozen.
But
It's
fully
frozen.
cooked.
Fully cooked.
Does it have any kind of breading on it, or is it just seasoning?
Just seasoning.
And
And a
it's
bit
frozen?
spicy, right?
And spicy. And it's got that Cajun kick.
Do you thaw it out, or do you put it right in the? No, I guess you have to thaw it out, right?
Yeah, we let it thaw out.
Really.
Yeah,
And
it's
and the,
Take a long time. Did you put it in the fridge what day?
We got it 2 days ahead of time. I remember that.
That's a bit of a rush, but you can do it. Yeah.
It worked
does
out.
does the seasoning, the Cajun seasoning, like permeate all the meat and everything?
Yes. It's like I just said. It feels like Popeye somehow found a vat of fat, and then they marinated their Cajun spices into they just dripped that whole turkey in,
Right.
and then they cooked it, and then they sold it to me.
So does it have a pop out thing, where when
Yes.
it's ready it pops out?
Oh, I can't confirm that because my mom did all the work.
She did the
certain,
cooking.
Mike, I'm
Yes.
certain that it is a deep fried turkey because not only will that preserve the juiciness, it's also
so
the
good.
fastest way to
So
do
in
it.
other words, they thawed and they just warm it up.
Yeah.
Is that it? Right? It's
That
not-
and a honey
they're
baked
not-
ham, or we're good to go.
You're not really cooking it, is that right? You're
Right,
just
you're
She
warming it
didn't
up.
cook. No, yeah, she didn't cook it for the 12 hours she usually does.
Okay.
What
so
about
you just
sides?
heat it
Did
up.
you get any sides from Popeyes?
No, my mom made all the cornflake stuffing, the regular stuffing. We had the marshmallow,
yams?
Yeah.
the yams, and then we had asparagus and a salad, and we were good to go.
A salad?
Yeah.
That's what healthy people do.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Mike.
I don't know about that. We had, let me see, we had turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce, green bean casserole.
Who's the fan there of that?
Probably Carla and her mom,
Okay.
which I think it's just, it's so horrible to me.
I don't know it well
I
ink
don't
to
care
hate
for
it.
it. It's like
It's
it
French
involves
onion-
condensed soup
Yeah, condensed soup and beans and then
and fried.
onions.
It's completely store bought. Everything's
Yeah.
store bought except the green beans. Well, they're bought at the store too.
Isn't everything store bought?
Well, everything's probably store bought. Then what else was it?
What's that one line?
Cornbread
one-
souffle, which was amazing.
What's the one tape where the guy's like, "There's a field in Connecticut full of green beans."
That's Orson Welles.
Orson
Yes.
Wells, yeah.
In June,
Peas grow there.
Do you have that, Rob? Do you have
Yeah,
that
of course I
Orson
do.
Welles lying
Yeah.
around somewhere?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite commercials of all time. But the idea of the easiest thing, and this is a tip for you novices for next year, or even for the holiday gathering at Christmas time, if you're going to have a bird,
Yeah.
what you should do. Cranberry sauce is not only the easiest thing to make, it's the most cost effective.
Yes.
And it's super. It is literally 1 part water to 1 part sugar. That's it. Throw in the cranberries. Wait till they pop. Stir them around a little bit. Chill. First of all, you bring it down to room temperature. Then you chill them. You got it. If you want to add cinnamon, you do. If you want to add apples, you do. If you want to add pears, you do. It's
Orange
the
zest.
easiest.
Orange zest is what
Or,
I do.
and I put orange zest in mine. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I killed it at Thanksgiving, and
Okay,
I
what did
bought
you
a
have?
bird. I bought a bird when I thought we were going to have like 12 or 14 people, and we ended up having 7. So I had a 21-pound bird.
That's a
for 7
gross
people.
misestimation. What happened to the other 7 people?
They just couldn't make it on
No
time.
shows?
No.
Wow, Rob, a 21-pound bird for 7 people. Do you still have the turkey, or did you send it home with people?
No, we sent a lot of leftovers home, and I've got plenty for soup.
Go to
So
a shelter.
you know what? It's no harder to cook a 20-pound bird than it is a 15-pound bird.
but
So-
that's a big ass bird.
You gotta
yeah,
eat
it was big. It was heavy. So we did that. I brined it, which is absolutely the way to go.
Yep.
It's about a 12-hour brining process where it equalizes the juices. It was the juiciest turkey I've ever made. I won't say that word that starts with M because people hate that. I'll just say juicy. So the turkey
man.
was great.
Bitch can cook.
And then, amen, brother. And so, stuffing, which I made the night before and refrigerated. I stuffed the bird. Was sensational. Made cranberries, like Mike said the night before.
You know Carla's old coworker back in
Yes.
Manassas?
Yeah.
This is big cop, like a Fed, some kind of federal guy, big thick neck coppy guy, and and he's he came over to our house for Thanksgiving dinner, and I forgot Scott. That was his name.
Yes.
And Joey is the same guy I kicked out of the house on Carla's birthday when he was making her breakfast. I said, "Get the F out of my house."
Oh no.
And that line came from that particular time when we're sitting there and we're eating this little hors d'oeuvre, and Scott's got a big mouthful. He goes, "Oh, that bitch can cook," and I went. Sent it across the room. Anyway, go ahead.
We did, let's see, made the cranberry sauce. We didn't do green beans this year. We did glazed carrots. It was a good call. They were
That
well
sounds
liked.
good, actually.
You know what we did to glaze them, Mike? You'll love this. A reduction of ginger ale.
A reduction of regular ginger ale.
It was sensational.
Where do you guys find these recipes? I haven't even heard of this
It's on the
before.
internet, Oscar.
From Kraft.
Yes, exactly. And my sister-in-law brought over she does a sweet potato casserole with like a pecan crust on top, which was really good. Mashed potatoes were killer. Gravy was good. I thickened mine with cornstarch so I don't have to make a roux. The creamed onions, and then punky pie for dessert. Oh, and a broccoli pie from my mom, yes.
What? Broccoli pie?
Broccoli pie. It's basically
broccoli pie. Ew.
No, it's great. It's cheddar cheese and broccoli with a Bisquick crust. It's a tradition in our family.
You found is that the way she used to make it for you?
No, it doesn't come.
Did
Mike,
she make it for you that way so you would eat broccoli? We're having broccoli pie, Rob. If you put it in a pie, he'll eat it. He's not getting enough roughage. Put the broccoli in a pie.
It wasn't from my family.
Okay.
It was from Carrie's family.
And pumpkin pie, the only pie you had?
We only did pumpkin. Yeah, we did the Costco pie because you can't buy a 50 billion inch pie for $6 and not do it. I don't know.
Well,
they've got to lose money on it.
We had pumpkin pie, and my mother-in-law brought a cheesecake.
Rolls. We had rolls.
I want a fruit pie of some kind or a pecan pie for Thanksgiving.
Had pecan pie.
Love pecan
That and
pie.
apple pie.
We'll get to yours in a second. Well, you said you got the
Yeah, it wasn't
so
anything. We're not big foodies.
We're fine. We can wrap it up. We got to take a break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we will have the round table. And then later in the show, we will talk about Oscar experiencing shopping and going to the vet in my town is an exercise in depression.
Sad,
Real
right?
deep depression. We'll do that when we come back. That and lots more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, whoa. Have a slice of Popeye's pie.
That's not the thing.
How would you like to handle all your holiday shopping in just one place? You can. Just hit up the Mike O'Mara Show online store. From legacy T-shirts and cozy hoodies to morning transforming coffee mugs, it's your one-stop shop to share your TMOS passion. How about our customized laptop sticker?
Yeah,
I'm
look
showing
at
you
that.
that right now.
Look at that. Boom,
Yeah.
bam.
Yes, it's a bumper sticker or a window sticker, but it's also
But
a
it's
customized laptop sticker.
It's wonderful. It's clean. It's
Look at
perfect.
that.
It's got a nice mouth feel to it. It's wonderful.
Put it on your suitcase.
Good nose on it, Oscar.
Yeah, it's
Put
good.
it on
It's
your
great.
forehead.
It's
I don't care
matte.
where you put it. Just buy it. It'd be great. It's your one-stop shop to share. I say you hear a little
Throw
of
it
the
on
cold
a-
there, don't you? It's
Throw on a
great.
suitcase.
Oh, you're fine. You're doing good.
Share your passion. You
clothes.
can easily give the best merch and
Pancakes.
make some new fans for your favorite
Flan.
podcast. Even if you're just giving a gift to yourself, we've got your back. We hand select everything for top-tier quality and killer looks. Grab your TMOS gear and support the show you love. Every purchase keeps the laughs coming. Check out our new Don't Get Happy Society limited edition sticker. Before it's gone, we keep it fresh with new items added regularly. Stay ahead of the curve and be the envy of your TMOS crew. The TMOSstore.com. It's not the TMOS store. It's TMOSstore.com. All things TMOS, official, authentic, and awesome. Thank you for your support. It's all happening at TMOSstore.com.
Give me 1 second because I was pulling up Orson Welles and now
You can go to Orson Wells before you go to the round table. I'd like to
Okay,
hear
very good.
Orson.
I think I grabbed it here, so let me see what I got here. It is loading, and let's see. I think I have it right here. Orson Welles, people should know, Mike, was a tremendous filmmaker in his day.
And he weighed
But
800 pounds.
He did weigh 800 pounds. You know what? I have. Give me 1 second. This will pad. You will enjoy this. This is when Orson Welles was doing a Parmesan ad for one.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm a connoisseur of these, so I can give you the
Okay,
Paul
very
Masson.
good.
And it's the same thing with Orson doing a voice.
Yeah,
voiceover.
exactly.
The problem was Orson had a long shoot that day for these commercials. He's working with another couple, and he is, my favorite term for getting drunk, ossified. I mean, he is obliterated drunk. And he's still thinking he can pull it off. So this is multiple takes, right? With
I believe
Orson?
it is, and it is so great. And Mike, you nail it. When people think they can get away with it, that's
Yeah.
a special kind of drunk, right?
And it
there.
starts with the French. That's his opening line.
Exactly. Here we go.
Turn camera. Mark. 102, take one. With overlap, action please. Action Orson, please.
Just do anything?
No, sorry, cut. Yeah, rolling. 102, take two.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
102, take three. Action please.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
I like cut. And
Oh, my God.
the peas
fantastic.
grow in July.
Peas grow in July.
That's
You'll have to find that one later on. Hit the thing.
Oh,
you
okay.
got
He's
it.
got
You
it.
got
He's
it.
got it. He's
Oh,
got it.
okay,
He's
I'm
got it.
sorry.
Could I have one more go, Orson, please? Sorry.
What?
Could I have just one more take of that?
Why? I just did it right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not used to having more than one person in there. One more word out of you and you go. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I take directions from one person under protest. But from two, I don't sit still. But who the hell are you, anyway?
I'm the engineer.
Well, why the hell are you asking me for another one?
Well, I thought there was a slight bonk, and I would just like to be safe.
What is a gonk? You mind telling me what that is?
A bang from outside.
A bang from outside.
We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. Do you really mean that?
Yeah, so in other words, I'd start half a second late.
Don't you think you really want to say July over the snow? Isn't that the fun of it?
If you can make it almost when that shot disappears, it'll make my...
I think it's so nice that you see a snow-covered field and say every July peas grow there. We know a remote farm in Lincolnshire where Mrs. Buckley lives. Every July, peas grow there. We aren't even in the fields, you see.
Yeah, we are.
We're talking about them growing, and she's picked them.
Yeah.
On what?
In July.
I don't understand you, then. What must be over for July?
When we get out of that snowy field.
When I was out, we were onto a can of peas, a big dish of peas when I said in July.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, always. I'm always past that.
You are?
Yes. Well,
Yes.
That's about where I say in July.
Can you emphasize a bit in July?
Why? That doesn't make any sense. Sorry. There's no known way of saying an English sentence in which you begin a sentence with in and emphasize it. Get me a jury and show me how you can say in July, and I'll go down on you. That's just idiotic, if you'll forgive me by saying so. That's just stupid. In July. I'd love to know how you emphasize in and in July. Impossible. Meaningless.
I think all they were thinking about was that they didn't want to...
He isn't thinking.
Wilson, can we just do one last...
Yeah?
And it was my fault. I said in July. If you can leave every July...
You didn't say it. He said it.
It's every July.
Your friend. Every July?
Your friend.
So after the show...
No, you don't really mean every July.
It is.
But that's bad copy. It's in July. Of course it's every July. Too much directing around here.
Too much directing. There it is.
Oh, my
I love it.
God.
I love
He's
it.
the best.
I do, too.
Orson. He's cold sober when he's doing that, Reed. You can
Yeah,
tell.
he's just a pain in the ass. That's
Absolutely.
all.
Always
Yeah.
was. That's the way it works. He's Orson Wells. All right, let's get started today with the round table with Tiffany Hadish. I didn't know this about Tiffany Hadish. She was arrested for DUI in Beverly Hills at around 5:45 a.m. on Friday morning. That's after Thanksgiving. Someone called 911 when they saw a car stopped in the middle of a road with the engine running. The cop came and found Tiffany slumped over the wheel. Thankfully, there wasn't an accident. She was fine. She'd just fallen asleep. She was arrested for DUI, cited, and released. It's unclear if she was hammered or if it was some combination of alcohol, drugs, meds, and exhaustion. That very night, she took the stage again. She did a stand-up set when someone in the audience asked her what happened. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
She didn't admit to anything. She just joked about praying for God to send her a man with a job, preferably in a uniform, she said. And God answered her prayers. That's what she got pulled over. The problem is, joking about it is really a little untoward because she used that same joke several times last year after she got a previous DUI in Georgia.
Tiffany.
Someone called the cops because in that one, they saw someone sleeping behind the wheel at around 4 a.m. Seems to be the exact same pattern.
Yeah.
By the time cops arrived with that one, Tiffany was driving again, and she was pulled over while pulling into a neighborhood. Tiffany,
She's very
come on.
tired. Very tired.
You're a big star. Get somebody to drive you. That's the way that
Also-
works, you know.
I've never felt like I was like, I'm just going to take a quick nap right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never stopped in the middle of a
No.
road to do that.
Not
That's
at
you're
all.
you're
You
not.
normally find a parking lot.
I would find a parking lot with ice cream. That's the way it would always go. During all those years after the Edge show when I'd be drunk and eating ice cream. 74-year-old Ozzie Osborne. Hi, Jimmy. He knows he won't live to see 100. As he puts it, quote, "At best, I've got 10 years left. And when you're older, time picks up speed." That's, by the way, clearer than Ozzie would have said
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He
well, I
recently
like
had
that
a
you
fourth
cleaned it up.
surgery to fix the damage caused by a fall in 2019. A rod was put in his spine, and a tumor was found and removed from one of his vertebrae, so he's been recovering to try to give his fans one last performance. Here's his quote. "That's one of the things I've been the most effing mad about. I never get the chance to say goodbye. Thank you, because my fans are what it's all about. If I could just do a few gigs, they've been loyal to me for years. I just want to be well enough to do one show where I can say, hey, guys, thanks so much for my life. That's what I'm working towards. If I drop down dead at the end of it, I'll die a happy man." Yeah.
I think the last time we saw him was at a football game maybe a year ago, and he was strapped in to a brace to hold him up.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it fair to say for the past 20 years, Ozzy hasn't been healthy?
Oh, yeah, since they've done the reality show.
Yeah, and
Yeah, 'cause
probably
he had-
before that. Yeah.
He's drug-addled.
Well, think about what happened. So he does a reality show, probably season 4.
Right.
And we're talking 2007.
Yep.
Yeah, it's about right.
He has that ATV accident in England.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I was like, he might die, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was
So-
very, very ill, and, and then he takes the fall, which,
Yeah.
when you get
Didn't
to
they
my
find
age,
him,
gotta be
Oscar?
careful.
Didn't they find him on the ATV taking a nap?
The middle of the road. That's the way that. If you've had a chance, anybody see Squid Game, the reality show, the challenge? It's called Squid Game, the challenge on Netflix.
Haven't
It's
lowered
on-
myself to that yet.
It's on my queue.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to watch it. It's the production value looks phenomenal.
It's a reality show, if you didn't know. 456 contestants are competing for $4.56 million. Well, it didn't take too long for contestants to lawyer up and sue for onset injuries. They claim they suffered hypothermia and nerve damage as a result of poor safety standards on set. Filming took place last January in Bedford, England. Apparently, it was really cold during the filming of the first game, red light, green light, where contestants have to stand still when a doll stops singing. Or I guess you could say they freeze. The game took up to 7 hours for some. 7 hours? Yeah. Oh, my God. For some contestants to complete because footage had to be examined frame by frame to spot who needed to be kicked out. Oh, my God. That
Instant
is tedious.
replays.
Wow. Spokesperson for the show says they haven't seen a lawsuit yet. The next 4 episodes come out Wednesday, and the finale airs a week later on December 6th. So I don't know. Might be fun to tune in that, I think.
I spent the weekend catching up on the last. There's maybe eight episodes left in the last season of The Crown. So
Okay.
the first 4 have been released. The rest of the season will be released in December. But this is when Diana death is basically portrayed within the
Yeah.
and Dodi Fayed.
Mm-hmm.
You forget how wild and tragic it was.
Oh, it's horrible. It's
right?
horrible. And The Crown, I don't care what cast members they put in, and I love that they replace different members of the cast. The Queen is played by somebody else. The lady playing Diana is amazing. Dodi Fayed is fantastic. Dodi Fayed's dad is spectacular. It's just, you really get. I am addicted to that show. My father's turning over in his grave, God rest his soul, right now. He's just saying, "Oh my God, how can you revere the royal family like that?"
Root against them. That's all. That's all he has.
Root against them.
There is
that
speaking
paparazzi,
of,
nice people, really nice.
Speaking of The Crown, the lady who played Diana, I think last season, is in a new show on Hulu that I've fallen in love with called Murder at the End of the World, where a billionaire brings independent thinkers to an isolated hotel in Iceland.
You like that?
I love it.
Okay, I was thinking
3
about checking
episodes
that
in.
one out.
3 episodes in now.
I'll
So
take a peek
take a peek
that
at
one.
it.
That's
Very
that's a
exciting.
good show. A Mexican place near Northwestern University, great school, had a $1 burrito event last weekend, and that's now been linked to a possible norovirus outbreak, sometimes called the stomach flu,
Yes.
usually caused by someone not washing their hands after they use the bathroom and then preparing food. It's highly contagious and easy to pass on to other people. A place called Bigwig Tacos and Burritos.
Bigwig?
What?
Bigwig?
Bigwig held the $1 burrito deal a few days before the Thanksgiving break, so just as kids were heading home to see their families, students started showing up at the university clinic with symptoms like stomach pains and diarrhea. It's not clear how many people got sick, but hey, Mom, I'm home. Nobody brought this illness to me that I
Check
had
my
over the
drawers.
holiday. I just had it, so I might be sending it back with them. But it's really
so you're patient 1, patient 0.
but I also, it's been in my throat for a week, and now kind of just lingering.
Mallory's allergies, or
No, this is not allergy. This is a little something that I caught from somebody somehow, somewhere, gentlemen.
Wasn't
and I
there
have
a
it in my
coughing
throat.
lady at the Costco when you went?
A what?
There was a coughing lady at Costco when you went, wasn't there?
Yeah, she hacked all over my vegan bites.
Well, that's
No,
the lady.
They
who
don't
did
have
it.
those. That was Publix. They don't have vegan bites at Costco, Mike.
Silly.
Finally, police in my state, Florida, were looking for a 39-year-old woman. Her name, Stacy Usher. She was wanted on a parole violation for selling fentanyl. They searched her home last Tuesday, couldn't find her anywhere until they checked inside the couch cushions. It turns out Stacy was in there, hiding. Yes, inside the couch. Florida. It's unclear if they were somehow tipped off to her being there. She's in the couch. Or if checking the couch was standard with their process. In any event, Stacy's in a lot of trouble. In addition to the drugs and the parole violation, she has a history of fraud and grand theft and passing bad checks. And she's been, she's tried to go straight. She had a really thriving lint business for a long time, but that didn't work out.
Look
well
in the
for
Davenport.
Yeah, those two chimps on a Davenport. We'll take a break, and when we come back, I want to find out about Oscar's shopping trip to the mall.
Yes.
The real mall. On what day? Hey, how about Friday? Great call. We'll find out all about that when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, 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 whoa. This podcast is sponsored by Naked Wines. Let me tell you about Naked Wines, folks. We did all weekend long. They're gone. My bottles, 6 bottles are gone. They were a different varietal, every one of them, and they were all absolutely fantastic. There was not a clinker in the bunch. They were so good. Naked Wines, a subscription service that connects you to the finest independent winemakers on the planet, so you get wine as often as you like for a fraction of the price you pay in stores, up to 60% off. The delivery is wonderful, amazing, secure packaging. It looks really, I wouldn't try this at home, but it really does look like you could roll it down a hill and the wine would survive. I uncorked an amazing Chardonnay, a white wine for Thanksgiving. It paired with the turkey like crazy, delish, and the best part, every bottle is a passion project from an independent winemaker. I was talking about it all Thanksgiving Day. So you are literally making an independent winemaker's dream come true, and the wines they give you are fantastic, which is nice. So head to nakedwines.com/TMOS and click Enter Voucher in the top right hand. When you go to the website, then all you do is put TMOS in for both the code and the password to get 6 bottles of wine for just $39.99 with shipping included. That's included rather. That's $100 off and less than $7 per bottle. Nakedwines.com/TMOS. Use the code and password TMOS to grab 6 bottles for just $39.99. Nakedwines.com/TMOS. Code and password TMOS for $100 off your first 6 bottles. Welcome back to the show. Whoa. So you decided that you would succumb and behave like all the minions and head out to the mall on Friday.
Let me break it down for you. My Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Tuesday, work day, had a business meeting. By the way, first time this happened, I failed to tell you this in the pre-show meeting. I went out to a business meeting and someone paid before me. It was that feeling. If you're someone that pays for the bill on a regular basis, and then someone pays before you as a gesture.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a good feeling.
When it happens.
That's warm and fuzzy.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Were you able to even try to get your credit card to the
I
Hooters
tried.
lady?
No. We were at
Were you the
Nobu
pitcher
in
or the
DC.
pitchee in the meeting?
No, it was just we were just catching up.
Okay. And he paid.
There's no pitch.
That's awesome.
We went to Nobu in DC.
That's an expensive
And
restaurant.
Yes.
I can't. That bill was probably over $1,000, just the two of us.
Was it good?
It was wonderful.
Does he do
Wonderful.
clever things with smoke and
No, if I
vapor?
could tell you why, if I remembered, I could tell you because the lady came out and she showed us the menu and we were literally just talking about business and I said, well, what do you recommend? And then we both agreed and we moved on because it wasn't about the food; it was about the conversation.
I'll have the deconstructed crab cake.
And I said, so I'm riding high. I pick up my brother and sister from the airport on Wednesday, go home, and they're like, what are we doing tomorrow? I said, Thanksgiving, nothing else. Play with my nephew. It's his 7th birthday. Happy birthday to Sebastian.
Happy birthday, Sebastian.
Celebrated
Yay,
that.
good kid.
Wonderful. And then on Friday morning, my sister-in-law says, I'd like to go to the mall and get all our Christmas shopping done. And my sister-in-law is not a rube.
Wow.
She's an educated Dartmouth graduate who knows better, and I know this, but sometimes when my wife and my sister-in-law get together, ideas come up. And I said, okay, fine. If we're going to go anywhere, let's go to Tyson's Corner, because I heard at Tyson's Corner they have a new rule, Mike, and you might love this.
Okay.
Rob, you would have loved this, but you could be.
We have discussed this actually on the bonus.
Oh, I'm dying
As-
to hear it. What is it?
As a refresher, you can now drink and shop at Tyson's Corner as long as you start your drinking at one of the restaurants. You can get a to-go cup and walk around.
That is a nice, talk about, look, they've got to figure something out, right? They've got to figure something out to make it a more pleasant experience for people.
Well,
and
Mike, for years people have been drinking and going on Amazon. So I mean, this is just the same thing.
But I mean,
over
make
again.
it a
Yeah.
social event.
Can you
Make
imagine?
it a social event where you're rolling around, and usually in those boutique shishi stores, you're not necessarily buying the 25-inch television or anything like that.
No,
right?
you're right.
You know.
Yeah, And
Correct.
A lot of boutique-y stuff at the Tyson's Corner Center.
Absolutely.
So I say, let's go to Tyson's Corner. I'm the only one that knows this information.
Oh, so
Because-
you're
Bring it
secretly
on.
planning
I am
a Jack
laying
and
the
Diet
groundwork.
somewhere. All right,
I am laying the groundwork. And it took no less than 30 minutes if you are in the D.C. area to get off the exit and get into the mall. It takes 30 minutes to get there from my parents' house and another 30 to get into the mall, which is garbage. And as my brother said, who decided we're going to Tyson's Square? I said, me, I'm sorry, but we're here. We're already in line.
You're
Let's
a
get in
rube.
there.
You're a rube.
And I say to my brother, let's go to Seasons. Is it 52, 32,
Seasons
26?
52.
I said, I heard there's a Seasons 52. Let's go there first and, essentially lay the groundwork and decide where we're going to go shopping.
Probably reasonable for that area. That's a reasonable kind of
Very-
chain
it's
restaurant.
Very reasonable.
Yep.
I just knew it was that or Coastal Flats. They were right across from each other. I chose one of them.
Of course it is.
So
All the
I know
restaurants
exactly
that are
where he
owned
is.
by the
Yes.
same people. That's it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you were
So-
near probably a closing up anchor store. Yeah.
thank you. Yes. And so we get there and we sit down and everybody's they're all adults except for me, where I said, I said, Woodford Reserve on the rocks. ride.
Nice.
And then they're like, oh, it's a little early. Mind you, it's 1 o'clock. I said, it's 1 o'clock. It's Friday.
It's Friday after Thanksgiving.
It's fine.
Happy holidays.
And my wife's like, well, I'll have a Moscow Mule then. And then so the two of us are now, we've got our two DDs.
Did you tip Shannon off at all about the drinking in the mall?
No.
Okay.
I didn't say a word.
All right.
And this is where there was judgment, questions, I'm sure, asked by all. When I said I like the to-go cup at the end of the quick, flatbread pizza and ahi tuna, and they're like, to-go cup? I'm
what?
Like, oh, yes.
Okay.
I shall walk and numb the pain of the crowd and sea of people.
Yeah.
Because we should be proud
of you.
shop. We'll be here.
Absolutely proud of you. Good
and then
move.
when I tell you the line for the Lego store, which was no less than 45 minutes in the queue because you needed a password to go and buy some
pay double. No, it's
some
not double.
blocks.
It's just paying their regular price, which is exorbitant.
That time flew by as I had my to-go cup, and I said, I'll go wait in the Lego line. You guys go to Nordstrom.
Sebastian's getting Legos, right?
Oh, I mean, he's at that age, right? You got to build them.
I get it.
Got to buy them and build them.
Question for you, Oscar, and because I have this chip, and my mom has this chip. Is there a part of you that likes being in the middle of that disaster to see what goes down?
This is how quickly it wore off America.
Okay.
The feeling of Bourbon Street, walking around with your drink
Yeah,
in your
New
cup,
Orleans, yeah.
That new feeling lasted from Seasons 52, no less than 20 minutes to the Lego line, halfway through the Lego line, and it died. And I said, what are we doing here? And I was happy.
Because the cup emptied.
I was happy. Yeah, well, that was it, right? So you what am I going to go back to Season 52? No, I'm an adult. I can handle this.
Right.
I get through it. I buy the Legos. I'm sure my boozy breath is like, what do you mean you don't have the DeLorean?
This is for ages 7 to 10?
So the
Where's action
DeLorean,
figure?
it's $200, and it's for 18 plus. It's for A-fulls.
Yeah.
And I said,
adult fans of Lego, Mike.
I said, you mean the 6-year-old shouldn't be building this? And I said, and then I stumble out of there with the DeLorean, 18 plus, like an idiot. And then I go and show it to my brother, and he goes, he's not going to be able to build that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I was like, well, maybe it's a collector's item. And I threw it right in the bag.
Excellent.
And then,
I have.
He's right.
Thank you, Stephen Douglas McIntyre.
Yes.
We have a Lego set that we have not opened, and they appreciate in value.
We'll find out. He has it. He was excited just to look at the box.
Welcome to your first hour of college tuition, Michael.
Yeah, and then we went. So they went. So this is how it all broke down. It was so busy. Lululemon had a line like you're walking into the Gucci store, like with the little velvet ropes, because there's so many people trying to get into that.
I'd be out of my mind.
There was a certain time where I looked at my brother. I said, "Remember when we were in the mall in Medellin?" And he said, "Yeah." I was like, "Doesn't it feel like that mall in Medellin was more like Tyson's Corner used to be, where you could actually walk around and go to stores?" Because right now, when I tell you shoulder to shoulder, mass of people, half of them drunk, God bless them, just stumbling around because you saw the cups.
When you say shoulder to shoulder, you're talking about like out on the concourse?
I'm talking Mardi Gras crowds.
And you know what? They all wanted to get out of the house and get a drink. So everyone thought they were brilliant.
Everyone in the DMV went there and said, okay, let's bring our alcoholism, including myself, to the mall. And I remember looking at my brother at one point, and I said, okay, 4 more stores and we're out of here. 4 more stores and we're out of here. He goes, gotcha. And it turned out to be probably 8 more stores because we were there. End of the day, big win for the ladies. And it wasn't too much pain. But when I tell you, whoever came up in that big marketing meeting with all the muckety-mucks at Tyson's Corner Mall and said, hey, if we can get Virginia ABC to let us drink and walk and shop, it's going to be a boom town for Tyson's Corner. Every mall in America. You want to get shoppers back in the mall? You want to get anchor stores
Get them loaded.
Humming again?
Yeah.
Figure out a way to get your restaurants to plow some to-go cups. And that's probably not healthy for America.
Is it still, from my memory, when I lived back there, the two poopy exits that dump in there on either side?
Yeah.
And that's it? And that's all they have?
From the highway. Forget about the highway. The highway always took 20 minutes during Black Friday.
Right.
I'm okay with that. I'm talking about the sea and mass of people.
Yeah.
I've never been to a mall, and I'm talking pre-pandemic, shoulder to shoulder, excuse me, and then I'm yelling a lot to my wife because she had her purse and like behind her back. I said, "Attention, pickpocket! attention, which is a thing about pickpockets. And she knew right away to pull her purse in front of her because she was just willy-nilly leaving everything
there's a little
everywhere.
of that went on there.
But it was so busy, and they're doing so well. At one point, I looked at one of the guys at the register at the Under Armour store, which, by the way, 40% off everything. Not a bad. I've got a lot of golf attire.
Thanks for telling me now.
Not Under Armour.
I don't even
brand.
golf. I don't even golf. And I said, how's it been to the guy? And he goes, dreadful, but we're making a lot of money. And I was like, all right,
there it is.
God bless you.
I think the highlight, Mike, was the guy that threw up at Spencer's Gifts. Right? No, I'm kidding. I don't.
Honey, my MasterCard is gone.
Jesus, where the hell is it? You heard a lot of. I think I lost my phone.
Oh God, Tyson's Corner.
No,
Tyson's Corner. But that's okay. It'll be over after New Year's.
We're stimulating the economy.
That's what
we
counts.
are.
That's and happy Cyber Monday, everybody. Go to TMOstore.com.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. Be right back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa. Let's talk about Chime. Improving your credit score might not be at the top of your to-do list, but low or no credit can make holiday shopping horrendous. That's where Chime steps in with its secured Credit Builder Visa credit card. Millions trust it to power up their credit scores. Safely boost your score with everyday buys and prompt payments. There is no annual fee and no credit check to begin. Plus, no minimum balance or overdraft fees. Use it like a Visa card at all Visa-accepted spots to bolster your credit with your own funds. Level up your credit game with Chime. Seize your financial future. Do it! God bless us, everyone. Start building up your credit right now. Open a Chime checking account with at least $200 qualifying direct deposit to get started. Get started at chime.com/TMOS. That's chime.com/TMOS. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank N.A., member FDIC. Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Late payment may cause a negative impact on your credit score. Results may vary. Thank you. Thank you very much. Back to the show. Whoa. Kudos to Dolly Parton, and hopefully you enjoyed her as we were sitting down after the turkey was consumed, and we had all of that. Rob, do you have time? Do we have time for your holiday tips before we?
I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for. What was the reaction from the ladies in your life, Mike?
I think everybody was positive because she's 77.
Right?
There's
celebrating.
There's no threatening thing. Like, for example, J-Lo rolls out. Who's also, by the way, north of 50.
Though. Still a problem.
But
still a problem. You can't comment.
Can't
Can't say too much. Can't be like.
Can't ogle J-Lo.
No.
Yeah.
And then Shakira comes out and like, well,
threat.
that's really.
Yeah. We all gave thanks for her. Was what we did
Thank
in my
you.
house.
Same here.
Who's doing it this year? Who's the Super Bowl show this year? Do we know who's going to be? See, nobody even knows.
Oh
Nobody
no.
even cares.
No, it's Usher.
Usher.
That's right. It is Usher. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
He'll help you find your seat.
It's hard to get past the Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Effect. Like, you want to say Taylor Swift, but it's going to be Usher.
Yep. That's true. Well, last minute deal. Who knows? Go ahead.
Mike, this is how you kill Thanksgiving. You stay ahead of the dishes. And
lecture my family about that, please.
I ran the dishwasher 4 times on Thanksgiving Day, but here was the best one of all. Before we sat down to dinner, I had the roaster from the turkey in the dishwasher washing, so when we finished, we didn't have the 2 huge pieces filling up the sink. Mm-hmm. So we were able to clean up the fastest we've ever been able to. Keep ahead of your dishes, and your Thanksgiving will go fantastic. And you know what,
Mom?
That's from fruitcaking too.
Yeah,
you got to stay ahead of your dishes.
Rob is so right, and I'm trying to look. You got to actions speak louder than words as far as the kitchen is concerned.
Right,
but I will tell my family about regular day-to-day dish activity. My son has taken to liking to make scrambled eggs, and he makes pancakes now, and he makes pizza dough. He makes dough. He's into that phase where he likes to make dough. And I'm like, clean as you go. All great chefs clean as they go. The Gordon Ramsays of this world, they all clean as they go. That's it. Because it's a time thing. It's the essence of time. And by the way, when you're talking about pizza dough in a bowl, if you leave that, you're going to have plaster of Paris in your sink. It's going to take Dad 2 hours to clean.
Yes.
Right.
Do it as you go. Do it as you go. There is no greater joy than sitting down for a piece of pie.
And of course,
and your sink is empty. It's the
when I
greatest.
tell Carla, those dishes are piling up. Well, I've got to work for a living. Thank you, Carla.
Is she one that
appreciate
says, "Well, I'm letting them soak"?
No, she doesn't say that at all. She indicates, well, today she indicated by no words whatsoever. I know what I'm going out to in the kitchen at the end of this show.
Yeah, Jenga.
And it's like, it's going to be Jenga, coagulated gravy, stuffing.
Oh, no.
The bird's gone, though. I ate the last drumstick yesterday.
Yeah, today's the day you
Took
need to
care of
put
that.
stuff in the freezer if you haven't eaten your leftovers
No,
yet.
I'm not
You got
going
to
to
do
put
it.
that nasty, rancid stuffing in this freezer.
You're not going to make soup? Mike, make
No,
soup.
I'm not going to have soup. I'm done.
Save the neck. Save
I'm
the
done.
heart. Save
you
the
know what
liver.
You know what I'm having for post Thanksgiving? I'm having a needle in my right thigh. That's going to prevent me from wanting food at all. That's the one I'm going to do.
As we said earlier, Mike, what day's your shot?
Yeah, Tuesday. Tomorrow I get my shot. Oh, I'm sorry. We got to take a break.
Yeah, we
very
should.
abbreviated flip side when we come
Yeah,
back
we'll
right here.
do good. I got good stuff though. You're gonna
All
love
right,
it.
we will take a break, and we will be right back. Remember, clean as you go. Be like Spiewak. Roasting pan in the dishwasher. You know? Man, he
While
is
you eat.
You are so much more productive now that you don't drink on Thanksgiving anymore. We'll take a break, and we'll come right
Thank
back,
you, Mike.
everybody.
I think.
Hey, everybody. This podcast is sponsored by Groove Life. You know what time it is? It's time to update your wallet. The Groove Wallet is a sleek, low-profile aluminum wallet engineered for everyday use. One thumb motion perfectly fans out up to 6 cards for easy access, and it comes with Groove Life's 94-year no BS warranty. Plus, they just launched a new attachment, the Groove Wallet. The Groove Wallet Go! It attaches to your iPhone 12, 13, or 14 by using innovative microsuction technology. It gives you the ability to add another 3 cards plus cash. This wallet is so slim, you can easily fit it into your front pocket. You'll barely know it's there. By the way, if you're going to Tyson's Corner on a Friday, good to slide that into the front pocket anyway.
Yeah, right. Watch out
Groove
for
Life.
bad people.
They make the best belts, too. I got 5 of them. Plus, all the Groove Life wallets and belts make a great gift. Just saying. It's time to bring your wallet into the 21st century. By the way, I think I'm wearing this one. I got my shirt out, but hold on. I think I'm wearing this one.
Let's see it.
New York
Oh,
Giants.
yeah.
Yeah.
New York
A
Giants,
victory.
everybody. There we
Savor
are.
that
Victory
solid
belt.
victory.
Yep,
Victory belt.
absolutely. Head to Groove Life.
Look
You
out,
know what
Eagles.
that says to me when I do that? That says
What?
to me, you're not done yet, Mike. Head to GrooveLife.com/TMOS for 20% off all Groove Life products. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use our link, GrooveLife.com/TMOS for 20% off your order. One last time, that's promo code TMOS for 20% off your order. Just click the button on our website, Rob Spiewak.
Yes.
The flip side.
Blessed be all of us, because now that we found out that even your daughter drove, I don't think any of us, with the exception of Oscar's family, had to deal with flight over this busy week, which is
Right.
great, because it's the worst time to take an airplane.
Joe
Now-
Rogers would disagree.
Really?
Joe Rogers would tell you that an average day in July sometimes is busier than the post Thanksgiving or the pre Thanksgiving.
Then
He
why
just
doesn't
said that. He's a
why
pilot.
doesn't my newsreader tell me that?
Because
my
the
newsreader tells me.
buys into the hype machine. It gets you out
Yeah.
to the malls. It gets you to the airport. It's just the way they do it. We're conditioned.
Well,
to that.
I
We're
love
we're
the fact
brainwashed.
that as a backstory here, Mike and I have flown together on Frontier Airlines.
Yes.
It's a beautiful, beautiful bird they have. I love the fact Frontier was the one that allowed us to face backwards
Yes.
for takeoff.
I loved it.
Yeah, it felt good on your tummy
Yep.
when all of your weight is pulling those G's into
Sure.
the seatbelt.
It's fun.
But none of that really compares to this lady who was flying to Orlando, which is in Florida. And obviously she was tired of waiting for the bathroom to become unoccupado. And Mike, when you got to go, you got to go.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. Are you serious? I don't give up. No, you.
She dropped her pants to pee in the aisle.
I don't give up. You never on them. Let me pass.
So there's that.
Oh. You got
Makes you
to
wanna
stay
stay home during the holidays.
They detained her.
I have to see it again to believe what I
Straight-
just saw.
Okay, can you do that one more time, Mac, from the top?
The air marshal.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Oh my
Or she.
Everybody. Are you serious? I don't give a. No.
You got to explain what just happened.
A lady just peed in the aisle of an airline and then said, I don't give an F.
Yeah, but she did
pulled her pants
apologize first, which I think
I'm
was
sorry,
nice.
everybody.
I'm sorry I got to do
Mind
that.
the wet spot.
I've seen it all. I've seen it. Wet yourself.
Yeah. Well, the sad
Aren't you
thing
glad
is,
people come to you? I'm so happy when I see that. I'm like, I didn't go anywhere. It was so great.
I hope that she didn't, like Oscar's family, have asparagus at their meal.
That'd be a lot going on.
God.
All right, let's do one more before we, and then we'll close out. But this panic attacks are, more and more common. People are more in touch with their feelings. Do you know the best way to handle a panic attack is candy? But what kind of candy?
Lifesavers.
No, actually not. This is
I eat a Warhead whenever I'm feeling a panic attack.
Warhead.
Oh my God, I'm so glad this video popped up in my feed because I thought I was the only therapist that was recommending this to clients. So here is why the infamous Warhead treatment actually was legit and works. Your brain can only handle one emergency at a time. So if you give your brain a new emergency to worry about, then it has to focus on that instead of the thing that you're panicking about. So believe it or not, intense temperatures or sour or spicy foods will give you a new emergency and therefore let go of that anxious panic thought that you're having. So here's your excuse to go buy a bunch of Fireballs, Warheads, super strong mints, whatever you need to get through your day and decrease those panic attacks instantly. Be safe, y'all. Have a great holiday with family. Wink, wink.
And then she squatted down and peed right in front of the
Exactly, she did. But she apologized. She said, I'm sorry I have to do that. And one more, Mike, this is fast, and it applies to you. Have you, when you do drop off with Michael, has anyone ever accused you of being one of his two dads?
No.
No. Okay. Well, this is a lady.
They've accused me of being his grand. What happened with the? Why did you have balloons?
I don't know what just happened. There were balloons.
Mac, will that really be on the? Please tell me that'll actually be on the post.
We'll see. I don't actually know.
How does that work?
I don't know.
I've never seen that in my life.
I think if you thumbs up, it reacts.
Well, give him a thumbs up.
Here we go.
Did he just give it to himself, or did you just give it to him?
Oh, okay.
There's like a thumbs up button.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. That was fun. Mike, this is...
It was like we were in the future. It's just what AI.
We're just playing with the video. Sorry, people.
All right.
Go ahead, Rob.
So this is a lady who drops her son off for pickup, and she's been accused of being two people. Ooh, it's a mystery.
So I just dropped my son off at preschool, and another little boy comes up to me and says, "Where's Josiah's other mom?" I'm like, "He only has one mom." And this little boy says, "No, he has two. He has you, and then he has the pretty mom, the one that picks him up from school every day."
When she has time to put on her makeup and pick him back up, she's the pretty mom.
Thank you for the explanation.
She was humble.
Now I get it.
I give that a thumbs up.
So she went into the classroom, squatted down, and peed right there, and said, "I don't give an F."
That's her pretty mom activity. Yeah,
that'll
Mike,
stay
that's
with
all
me
I have
all
for you
day long.
today.
We got to get out of here. We'll be back with another episode tomorrow. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Michael Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Mike O'Mara Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
If you love fruit wine as much as I do, then you'll appreciate the craftsmanship and quality of a local vintner who brings the muskmelon goodness to his oak Chardonnay and the dazzling peach crab apple to his Riesling Rioja.
Oh, you should see what it looks like from out here.